tour, and I'm going to show anybody out there that thinks for 1 second that maybe I'm second-guessing myself that I am the greatest of all time forever and ever. One surprise. One surprise. I'm back.
To make it out the ice cold streets of the city.
Just wanted to start out by saying that we here at Rated R Sports Talk want to wish Ric Flair and his family the best. We know he's going through tough times. We went in the hospital on Friday, and we're just hoping the best for him.
Hope you're good, man.
Woo! The Nature Boy! The styling, profiling, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Woo! Woo! Son of a gun! Ric Flair's the dirtiest player in the game, and I have no doubt he's going to get his way out of these multiple organ problems, and he's going to be back in the spotlight.
The greatest man still alive.
All right, fellas, let's start it up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the third ever Rated R Sports Talk podcast.
Fuck yeah!
I'm your host, John Longton, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Maximilian Niemeyer, a.k.a. Max.
What up, bitches?
And Eric Druckman, a.k.a. Druck.
Hello again, assholes.
Fly ball to deep left center field. Devers has hit it out. The rookie takes Chapman the other way to tie the game. Wow.
That was Rafael Devers tying the game up in the top of the ninth at Yankee Stadium facing Aroldis Chapman. He is a rookie. He just got called up 2 weeks ago by the Red Sox, and the kid is red hot. He is batting .348 in the past 2 weeks, and the kid's got some fucking stones. Taking Aroldis Chapman, probably the greatest closer in the game since Mariano Rivera, and taking him deep. Not only did he take him deep, but he took his goddamn will. Guys, did you see that game?
Everybody's seen the video, man.
I didn't see the game, but, if you're judging from last year, too, with the Cubs, there were some wrinkles in Chapman's game. There was definitely some blown saves last year. He's done it this year frequently, too. Let me just say, too, there's been like a big youth movement between the Red Sox and the Yankees, and that was evident with this guy.
When the Red Sox and the Yankees are both good, I believe it's better for baseball as a whole, guys.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
I was at the game on Saturday.
I agree as well.
And I've never really seen a playoff environment like that at Yankee Stadium in my entire life. That series this past weekend kind of, in my mind, revived baseball for me as a fan. And I think it kind of radiates to the rest of the nation.
Is the rivalry still alive?
The rivalry, it is still alive. I mean, when the Red Sox and the Yankees play each other, me being a Red Sox fan.
Is it forced, though, or people just, do they want it? Or they try to relive like the early 2000s? And beyond? Well,
maybe in years past it was forced, but now, as Druckman said earlier, there's a youth movement for both teams, and there's a I don't want to say.
I believe that there's renewed interest because these players have so much fire. I can harken back to the 90s. We had very competitive teams, both on the Yankees and the Red Sox, and we live in that area in Albany, right in the region, right between Boston and New York City. So
Albany, shout out.
Everyone would be talking shit to each other, Red Sox and Yankees fans alike. Maybe Yankees fans will outnumber Red Sox fans a little bit. But, I think that environment is definitely coming back here. I'm excited. I want to say, too, I think from last year with the World Series with the Cubs, that definitely brought a lot of people back to baseball. So that's only benefited the game as well.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. A lot of people say that baseball is boring and this and that, and they can never watch it. But baseball is a chess match. And there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes while a baseball game is going on. People don't really appreciate that. They don't really pick up on that stuff. They just see it for the action. We're used to NFL highlights and the Red Zone channel and this and that. Nobody can really watch and appreciate a game now. And I think when the Red Sox and the Yankees are actually competitive with each other, that kind of brings a fan to see the nuances that are going on in between the pitches and in between the plays and the body language and the fans and just everything is just like a perfect storm for, I believe, to baseball. I don't want to say overtake the NBA, but kind of get back into that same conversation. The baseball has been everybody's little brother for a long time.
It's definitely been dropping down. It's definitely been dropping off.
Yeah,
I think the energy's a little bit back, man. Everybody's seen the video. The dude doing the selfie breaks his heart. when he hits the fucking home run.
For those of you who don't know what Max is talking about, there was a fan at Yankee Stadium on Sunday night. He was recording a video while Chapman was pitching to Devers, and basically he was talking shit. And I give the fan a lot of credit because he still posted the video after the fact, after Devers got a home run. And here's how it sounded.
Yo, right here, this is what I'm talking about. Right here, come on. Let's go, right here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm watching. I'm paying attention. The energy's back.
Yeah, I want to say, too, Aaron Judge, just what he's done this year. I think there are a lot of kids that are watching baseball just because of Aaron Judge, just how far he can slam it, like 400, 500 feet. This guy is transcending the game of baseball.
Fuck Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge is bad for the game. The dude just struck out for 33 straight games in a row. 33 straight fucking games in a row.
Let me say this, John. Most very successful power hitters are more or less all or nothing type guys. Judge is very young into his career. He knows that he has a chip on his shoulder. Matter of fact, he carries around it with him his old AA average. I believe it was somewhere in the low twos. And he uses that as a reminder just to get better every single day. The guy's got the right mindset. He's already slamming them. He's already at about 37 home runs. Probably not going to beat out Giancarlo Stanton, but I think the kid's got a great head on his shoulders, and he's got a hell of a future in the game of baseball.
I think that he's trying to live up to that first half expectations, and the dude had a colossal first half of the season, and everybody knew he was going to drop. What did he have? The kid almost had 30 home runs at the All-Star break.
He did.
I think he had 30 home runs at the All-Star break. You can't live up to that, and you know they got the judges' chambers in Yankee Stadium now. Everyone needs to still realize this kid's a rookie. You know what I'm saying?
They do, and you know I am a Yankees fan, but I'm trying to be as objective as possible. But they do need to take a deep breath. Really see how his performance is going to be in August and September, because I think that's the mark of a true superstar. Once you're ready,
I mean,
and
he's
you
starting
get
to
your
heat
team
up
ready.
now, right? I mean, he had the big drought, but he hit a home run the other night.
He does. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still hitting a lot of home runs, but he's not doing the best at the plate right now. Yeah, for sure. But his overall batting average needs to be beneficial to the team.
Getting back to what I was saying earlier, though, I believe that the Red Sox and the Yankees are both set up for the next 10 years. And I think that right there is the best rivalry in all of sports, and that will get more people interested in what's going on in Major League Baseball. So,
and that being said, John, fuck off Blue Jays, and fuck off Orioles, and fuck off Rays.
I'd rather them all to be good. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. I don't want to limp into the postseason, and that's kind of what happened to the Red Sox last year. They limped into the postseason, and then they just got beat up by the fucking Indians.
Yeah, you need the strength in the league for fans to be
I want to be
interested.
war-tested. I want to be battle-tested. You know what I'm saying? I want to go in there and know how to play these certain games and know how to play in these situations. I don't want to blow teams out. I want to have the game on Sunday. I want to have that grind. I want to have that game on Friday. I don't know if you guys remember what happened on Friday, but the Red Sox gave up 4 runs in the 8th inning, and that pretty much was it right there. They had a 2 or 3 run lead, gave up 4 runs there. I want them to feel that pain. You know, I don't want them going in unblemished and unmarked. I need them to know what pain feels like, and I need them to get better. And that's how you grow as a team. You go through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, baseball's back. I believe baseball's back. Red Sox and Yankees,
I'll take it.
Are totally taking the bull by the horns, and they're taking the whole league up to a higher level, new plateau.
Can't go without saying, too, I'll say, I'll admit that I didn't see a single Dodgers game, but they're 50 games over 500. So I don't really see anyone else coming out of the NL just based on that fact alone and how they've been playing.
Yeah, but as I go back to what I said earlier, the Dodgers are kind of blown by people, and they're going to face some adversity in October, and
I hope that's the case.
Maybe you learn how to win games in August and September, and you need adversity. And look what happened to the Mariners back in 2001. They had 116 wins. They set an MLB record, and they got caught by the Yankees. They had nothing going.
And I think the key to the Dodgers doing well in the playoffs is Clayton Kershaw coming through, because it seems like he folds right when the going gets tough for them.
Yeah, traditionally he's not a good playoff pitcher, but I mean, only time could tell. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, getting back to Red Sox Yankees, my whole weekend kind of revolved around it last weekend. Friday night, I was out with a few buddies. We were out at the beer garden down in Albany. Game was on. Most of the guys down there were Yankee fans. They were just dogging me the whole time. Saturday, like I said, I went to the game, and let me just tell you this. I paid $97 to sit in the fucking bleachers.
Damn.
$97 to sit in the fucking bleachers, and I paid $12.50 a beer. $12.50 a beer.
Was that like a Coors Light?
I mean, it was a Stella. I don't drink Coors Light or Bud Light. I only drink that stuff to hydrate before I go to bed. to
Little
be
known
honest.
fact, Coors Light makes your pussy stink.
I hear that. I hear that.
Real.
But
Fact proven.
Rocky Mountain High.
I just want to
Gatorade.
make a point here real quick, and I just want to say that baseball, maybe sports in general, they're becoming way too corporate because you turn on the Yankee game and what do you see behind home plate? Half the seats are empty. You know what I'm saying? They're selling all this shit for astronomical prices. They have beers for $12.50, bleacher seat for $97. The only reason why I really went to the game is because it was somebody's birthday, and somebody asked you to go to the game for
Another
your
birthday?
Yeah. Another birthday, yeah. Seriously. They're selfish. Having a fucking one birthday a year, that's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But, I mean, the Red Sox got the win. They won 10-5, 10-6, 10-5, I believe. I don't know. I was kind of wasted by the end of it, to be honest. Sunday kind of revolved around the game again. I was sitting around. I had a fantasy football draft Sunday night. And while I was drafting, I was watching the game. And that's when I saw Devers hit that home run. And I kind of made a few picks that I wasn't really thinking about because I was kind of tied into the Red Sox
Sound like an
Yankees.
excuse to you, Druck?
It does sound like an excuse. It
I
sounds
s-
like Deshaun Jackson in the third round might be some kind
I
of
stand
excuse.
pat. I stand fucking pat with my team. My team is going to destroy in this league. But
I don't want to hear too much.
Yeah,
we still
you
got
know-
a draft to do here.
I
This
don't
is in 2010 when Deshaun Jackson was running all over my New York Giants.
I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking the Hard Knocks Kool-Aid, but dude's making plays in the practice field for Hard Knocks. I don't know. How was your weekend, Max? What'd you do last weekend?
Oh, Jesus. What didn't I do, actually? I was all over the place, man. I was on vacation last week. I was down.
Were you at a bachelor party?
I was at a little bit of a bachelor party action.
Let's hear about. Well, let's not hear too much, but let's hear what you can say.
Yeah, that's beyond rated R
This
talk.
is not rated
but,
X sports talk.
Yeah, no.
Definitely rated R sports talk.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we were in Burlington. We did the brewery tour.
Brewery tour. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Call them breweries. Dude, Burlington, everybody down there, they're so fucking spoiled with their beer. They have the greatest beer, I'm going to say, in the world. I mean, fuck Germany's
The
beer.
world?
Yeah.
Vermont?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean, I've heard that
Is that
for
because there's
cheese,
nothing
but
else to
for
do in
beer?
Vermont?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. There's absolutely nothing else to do but make delicious beer.
Have you ever done that, what was it, that alpine sledding?
Hell no.
It's a lot of fun.
Do I look like an
Alpine-
alpine
wait.
sledder to you?
Or
Is that a
whatever.
type of beer?
No.
How did we go from talking beer to alpine sledding, Jock?
Well, he's...
Take me through this thought process. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, because he
Yeah,
said
your
that
mic's
there's
definitely
nothing
on.
to do in Vermont, and that's something to do in Vermont.
Oh, all right. Let's get back to the bachelor party, Max.
All right, so yeah, no, we went to Alchemist Brewery, saw their new facility, loaded up with some dank beer, Ubered out there, $60. Ubered back to Burlington, another $60.
Eesh.
We went out, we drank, we went back to the hotel, hung out for a bit.
Wait, there was no strippers?
I mean, we went back to the hotel. and
Okay,
we hung
never
out
mind.
for a bit.
Go ahead.
But yeah, it was a good time.
So who made the executive decision to have their bachelor party in Burlington, Vermont? I've been to a
That
handful of these
Is
things.
the $1 million question. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a little bit of heat for this. I'm actually co-best man. Have you ever heard of that?
Nah,
That's
It's a new
Apparently it's a
millennial
thing.
thing, huh?
Apparently it's a thing.
best man. I mean,
Yeah.
my two sisters were, or not my two sisters were my other sister's maid of honor, but
Co-maid of honors.
co-maid of honors. So are there two speeches at the wedding and all that other stuff?
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna handle that. We've actually been discussing. We've been like, I'll read a word, he'll read a word,
Yeah.
I'll read a word. We're not sure how we're gonna handle it yet.
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because doesn't the best man have to flip a lot of the bill for like
Yes.
all the expenses?
Yes.
All right, so your buddy was helping you out.
We split pretty good.
So you guys went to Burlington, Vermont. So you're already ahead of the game going to fucking
Yeah,
Burlington.
so
You could have went to
actually-
Vegas.
Well,
Keep going.
We discussed Vegas. Vegas was talked about, but no, we decided on Burlington, Vermont. Yeah, the game plan was to go down there and drink good beer and maybe get out on the lake and hang out. And you get down there and on a fucking bachelor party, and they're like, yeah, so where's the fucking strip club, right? Because that's the $1 million. Everybody's like, oh, bachelor party. You're going to casinos. You're going to the strip club. That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
No fucking strip clubs in the state of Vermont.
Is that a thing?
Let that sink in. Vermont state law. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if that's Vermont state law, but every time you ask something down there, they say, "Oh no, Vermont state law."
Wow.
We had fucking 2 queen beds in the one room. We tried to get a cot sent up, and I won't blast the hotel on air here, but
Was it Eagle Lodge?
no,
Oh.
it wasn't.
I don't know why that just popped in my head.
No, it was the blowjob heiress family, but
I beg your pardon?
All right. So, what was the highlight of the bachelor party? What was your favorite moment during the whole weekend trip out there?
favorite moment.
Yeah. Every bachelor party's got a favorite moment.
I mean,
One that you could talk about. I'm sorry. One
shit
that you
got
could
crazy. It's probably my favorite part of the bachelor party.
talk about. All right. I understand. You can't really go too much into details, but it sounds like a pretty killer
Yeah, I mean,
weekend.
it was
How was that hungover ride home?
fucking brutal.
Yeah, I had a hungover ride home from a bachelor party in Montreal this past, I think it was May. That was the worst ride of my life. I pulled an all-nighter in Montreal, and I was like sweating booze on my way home. It was terrible. But Druck,
horrible.
how was your weekend, bro? What you do?
My weekend was pretty basic. I did not have a bachelor party to go to. I just worked my second job, which I don't think I'm going to disclose here, and also had a couple fantasy
Stripper.
drafts. I was, hey, some
Wait.
people.
This brings up a good opportunity for me to jump all over you right now. Who the fuck has a fantasy draft before Game 2 is even played of the preseason?
Exactly.
I do.
Why?
Why?
And so
What the
did-
fuck
why?
is the thinking process?
You know what,
What-
the
what is
thinking
up with
process
that?
was? You want to know the $1 million?
Clearly,
thinking
everyone wants to
process?
know.
There's a
Listeners
lot of
wanna
$1
know.
million questions getting
I
thrown
want
around
to
here.
know.
My other fantasy draft, which I am not a commissioner of, had the draft on Sunday as well. So I figured I wanted to
More reason to not
kill two
have
birds
yours.
with one
That's-
stone and just have them knock them both out in the same day.
That's
Terrible
pretty fucking
planning.
selfish. Pretty fucking.
You
I
would
just want to
probably
let everybody
plan-
know.
I just want to let everyone know that John is the only one that rebelled against this date.
I guess I'm the
that I
only
said.
sane one in this whole goddamn league. Who the fuck has a fantasy draft before the even second game is even played? The second game hasn't even been played. You know how many injuries are going to happen? You know how many fucking people are going to go down, and we're going to have to be fucking getting this guy off the waiver wire and this, that, and the other
Who
thing?
picks Deshaun Jackson in the third round
This
of the
guy.
draft before the third episode of Hard Knocks even came out?
I planned
Like,
a
before the
bachelor
Before it
second
even
party
came out.
in Burlington, Vermont, but I would not plan fantasy football
Okay, all
before
right.
Labor Day weekend.
All right, so it's a little 2-on-1 situation right here.
Little
I
bit,
see.
little
I see
bit.
how it
I
is.
mean-
Druck, finish with your fucking weekend, bro. What you do?
I drafted 2 awesome teams, and I watched my dog. Hi, Daisy, if you're listening.
Oh my god.
How are you?
This is getting.
Jesus.
Max, let's go back to your weekend.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I'm just kidding. So Eric and Druckman, sorry.
Wish I had a Max weekend.
We
did not.
we had our draft
Yeah, we
Sunday
all wish
night.
we had a max weekend.
I had kind of a Max weekend.
I believe it.
You know, Yankee Stadium, beer garden.
So I mean, sorry. So you
Oh,
both
what
got
am
a
I
team
saying?
drafted.
I went to a Giants preseason game on Friday.
Yeah,
How
who
could I
cares?
forget
Oh,
about
shit.
that?
Who forgets that?
I mean, preseason games are pretty forgettable. I could totally understand you forgetting that you were even at
Actually,
MetLife for a preseason
I was really
game.
happy that I was at a Giants preseason game, although Eli didn't play. Josh
Fuck the
Johnson showed
Steelers.
what he had. It wasn't much. He showed once again why he is a bench warmer. He went 5 for 10 with 31 yards, and he was sacked 3 times. He is hot garbage.
Is it the line or is it him?
It was him, and I also do want to say that there was really bad play from the O-line this game. Paul Perkins did not. I don't even know
Scary.
if it's. I don't think the Steelers are really known for their defensive line right now, are they? Just
Nah.
because like they were able to break through pretty easily, and that's got me real worried.
I mean, it's game one.
especially with protection for Eli.
Did they have more starters out there?
They didn't have enough starters.
I'm
Evan
saying, did the
Engram. Evan
Steelers have
Engram.
more starters out there.
You know, that's a good question.
I heard they played a lot of their starters on defense.
I could
Okay.
probably make a bet
That'd be
that
fair.
neither of you guys can name 5 starters on the Steelers defense.
On the Steelers defense?
Yep.
Okay. Number 1, Cameron Hayward.
Okay.
Ding.
Number 2, I am going to go with.
Are you looking at your phone over there? What's going on?
Nope.
He's stalling. He's stalling.
Ryan, the linebacker there. Ryan Shazier.
Oh my God.
Ryan Shazier.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I don't have it.
I'm not saying that
William Gay, is he still on the team?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
He was on the team a while ago.
Mike Mitchell, I think he's still a Steeler. I might get all 5. All right, so
all 5. There's 11.
I have 4. Yeah, but I have 4. I have 4 so far. So okay, and folks at home, I'm not using the phone. Number 5.
He's not. He's actually sweating profusely right now.
Yeah. Let's just bypass that. All
right, well 4 is good, right? Fact checked if William Gay is still on the team.
Beat me.
We'll get the
2 of
stat
us
guy
combined
on that.
came up with 4. John, what do you think?
It's fine, I guess.
I
Whatever.
wouldn't be anywhere without your
We didn't have
help,
anything on
Max.
the line. It's not like we had an Odell cut on the line.
No.
By the way,
Why's that happening?
What are we to be honest, I haven't had a single email. Nobody has emailed me a single idea on what our bet should be for us to get an Odell
How are they going to email?
haircut.
What is the email? How are they going to reach
The
you?
email is ratedrsportstalk@gmail.com.
Where is that?
That is ratedrsportstalk@gmail.com.
And when
Oh,
can they
it's
email
so simple.
you? Like
They
anytime?
can email me right now before this podcast even goes out on the air. That's how crazy my email is. It'll take them any time.
Could they just email us and tell us how fucking shitty this podcast is?
Oh
and,
yeah, I've been getting a lot of hate mail actually. That's all
And that
I've
like
really
maybe
been
if we don't
receiving.
fucking step it up, we all need to do Odell haircuts or
I
something?
think we should all get Odell haircuts.
Hey, if they fucking email.
But that was a conversation we already had. What are we talking about that for?
I don't want an Odell haircut.
All right, guys. Sorry, but we apologize for being a little late with this
Sorry.
podcast this week. We actually took the show on the road, which brings us to our new segment.
Sorry.
Rated R. On the road.
On the road again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we went to the New York Penn League All-Star Game, which was hosted by the Tri-City Valley Cats at Joe Bruno Stadium. That was this past Tuesday night. This was the second time in the history of Joe Bruno Stadium that the Tri-City Valley Cats hosted an event like this. Here's a little bit of what it sounded like on our end. So there's this one kid in front of us. He's already got 2 balls and a fucking frisbee.
Bag of popcorn.
Bag of popcorn, rich kid. And this other guy,
Wearing a jersey.
he's not wearing a jersey.
T-shirt.
He's missing out on balls and T-shirts and fucking frisbees. We just feel so bad for
As soon
this
as I
kid.
catch one, I'm giving it to him.
Oh man,
Child privilege.
it is child privilege. Little fucking bastard's got Ray-Ban
Real
sung.
thing, guys. Real thing in this country.
Little fucking shithead's got Ray-Ban glasses on, prescription glasses.
He's probably going to grow up and be a Cowboys fan.
He doesn't even appreciate the moment right now.
Yeah, he doesn't. Dude's got 2 fucking foul balls, a T-shirt, popcorn, just caught a frisbee, and kid 2 seats down from him has nothing. He's got a baseball glove. He's just like
know what he
hoping for
has?
something.
He has a face full of tears and sadness.
He's got a face full of tears. But you know what though? That's gonna make him grow up and be a bigger man.
Oh, yeah.
Than,
He's going to be out here someday.
than Ray-Ban's
That's how it works.
prescription little
Exactly.
shithead we're looking
He's
at.
going to be out here earning it.
He's gonna be out here earning it. You know what's even crazier is I watched a foul ball, or not even a foul ball, a player threw a ball into the stands, and little shithead's dad fucking robbed the kid with the glove and gave it to his little shithead son for his second ball.
So the father had
That's
the
the
glove?
epitome of the participation trophy, folks.
The father had the glove?
No. The kid had the glove, but the father has a bigger reach. Probably got a 3-foot reach on the fucking
That's
little
not the only
kid.
thing that's got bigger.
Those are the parents that do. Those are the parents that make the dioramas for the kids.
All right, Jake Scudder just got a base hit. If you guys are just tuning in a little late, Jake Scudder, credit him for a hit if you're keeping score at home. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention we didn't really watch any of the game. We were just kind of there because we just thought it was a cool event to be at. What did you guys think of the game?
There was a game?
Yeah, it was an all-star game at Joe Bruno State. That's why we were there.
Like getting beers and hot dogs and...
Right, we got beers and hot dogs, and there was also a baseball game.
Remember, there's a home run derby.
There was a home run derby before the game actually started. Druck, do you remember
Wait,
that?
so there was a baseball game going on in between the potato sack races with the kids? Was
There
it that
definitely
we
was
weren't
a
there
potato
for that?
sack race.
I
We
remember.
weren't there for that.
Oh, jeez. we're obviously being a little facetious here, but can you guys remember anybody that played in that game? It was an all-star game between the North and the South of the New York Penn League, and Morgan Ensberg, the hometown manager, the Valley Cats manager, came on a show, and he basically said that half of the people that were playing in that game were going to be future Major League All-Stars. Not All-Stars, but future Major League talent could reach the big leagues.
Well,
And we kind of got lost in the sights and sounds a little bit, didn't we, guys?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's part of it, though, right? You're there. If you go to a game, you want to enjoy everything. The beer, the beautiful women, the smells. Right? Am I alone here?
Yeah,
No.
you have to take in all the
Especially a
five
baseball
senses
game.
when you're at a baseball game.
So
Smells.
we were in the stands, and we did notice this one kid in front of us that we were talking about. And this little shithead bastard, this little rich kid, basically had, I don't know, by the end of the day, he probably had like 3 or 4
Oh, he
foul
walked out there
balls.
with everything.
Called a fucking Frisbee. I think he got a T-shirt out of the T-shirt gun.
They played fucking musical chairs, and when it was all done, they were carrying the chair away. The kid stood up at the fucking fence and was like, "Throw me the chair, throw me the chair." He
And
wants the fucking chair too.
What a jerk.
I'm sure this little shithead bastard was probably upset that he didn't get the chair. That actually brings me to a point that I want to make is a foul ball. Foul ball comes into the stand, and a little shithead kid runs up to you and he wants you to hand him a foul ball. What do you guys do in that situation? Do you hand the kid the foul ball, or do you keep the foul ball?
I mean, it depends. Is he coming up begging for it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's bad PR
Yeah, fuck
to
'em.
not give the kid the foul ball, but from my side of things is I've been going to a ballpark for about 30 years now. I've never gotten a foul ball. This little shithead bastard's about 5 years old. He's going to get the foul ball and not even appreciate the goddamn thing.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
foul
if
ball's
he's-
going to sit
every
on my
Kid
mantle.
gets things handed to them these days.
Yeah, if he's into it, he's watching the game, and I've seen him, and he's working for it or whatever, maybe I give it to him. If he just comes up like, give me the fucking ball, go fuck yourself.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw this a couple weeks ago. There was an MLB game where the guy got a foul ball, and this little kid runs up to him and wants the ball, and the guy points at the kid and high fives everybody around him and keeps the ball,
Fuck
which is
yeah.
the best moment in sports history in my mind.
I love it because, these kids have to understand that life isn't that easy.
I'd crown that
You
guy.
can't just get things handed to you like
And
foul
clown that little
balls
bitch.
or, doctorate degrees or any of those things.
We were actually
They're
standing
all the
next.
same category.
We were standing next to the beer tent there, and Max almost got
I almost
pretty
got
much
blasted.
clobbered with a foul
Yeah.
ball.
We almost had to go to the ER.
He was face first in a hot dog, looking down. Everybody in the area was like scrambling. This towering fly ball comes right at him. Probably lands like a foot away from you.
Yeah, baby, fucking blasted the wall right by my head, bounced straight down, bounced at my feet, and then some like 8-foot tall kid walking by like, snagged it out of the air.
Yeah, that should have been your foul ball.
I had a handful of fucking hot dogs, man.
Why didn't you take it from him?
I probably had like mustard in my beer. I'm not going after anybody with. It's a fucking foul ball.
It doesn't mean foul balls don't mean a lot to us as it does to the guy in the parking lot.
Oh,
Right,
yes.
Jesus.
All right, so I met this guy. Geez, I forget his name. We're going to call him Tom Jones.
Fowler.
Tom Watson.
Tom Fowler. Did we make that
Yeah,
up?
we did make. Yeah, we did come up with that.
What was the name
That's
we made
true.
up?
I believe it was Tom Fowler.
Tom Fowler.
Dickie Fowler.
Dicky Sticky
yes.
Fowler.
Dickie Fowler.
Anyway, this guy goes to every game, and he sits outside the park, every Valley Cats game per se. He sits outside the park, and he waits for foul balls. But it's not just that he's out there waiting for foul balls. This guy has an algorithm on where the foul balls are going. He's got these 2 cardboard slips. One's got the batting lineup. He's got righty-lefty matchups. He's got the starting pitchers.
Jesus
He's got the bullpen pitchers. He's got the situations, and he knows right where to stand for every batter to get a foul ball. And I
Imagine
asked,
all the useful things that he could have down to a science, but he chooses this vocation of all things.
Yeah, he's got algorithms written down for foul balls from
Right? Like we're
minor
talking about a
league
John
games.
Nash level genius here, and he's chosen foul balls over, fighting.
Probably never
World
gotten a woman
hunger?
off.
he has a wife. The dude's got a wife.
Doesn't mean he got
it's
her
funny
off.
that he does have a wife because I imagine every single Valentine's Day she gets her gift and she shakes it and she's just like, oh fuck, not another
Let
foul
me
ball.
fucking guess.
Another foul ball, Dickie.
But babe, this is off of Bobby Wernes. He was the Tri-City Valley Cats batting title champ back in 2015. He's going to be a stud one of these days.
I think he'd have his balls in a juice blender over that one.
I asked the guy, I said, so are you going to go into the game? He goes, I've never been in the game.
Yeah.
And I go, how long have you been doing this? He goes, oh,
Too fucking long.
Yeah, so
Isn't it true that he has an Albany
How many
Colony
balls did he say he had?
Yankees?
from the
Derek
Valley
Jeter?
Cats themselves, he's got 200 balls. From the Albany Colony Yankees, he's got 500 balls. So he's got 700 foul balls total, either in his garage or in a bin or somewhere. This guy has he's got 700 minor league foul balls.
I mean, fuck the algorithms. All you got to do is hang out that little bitch in the Yankees jersey. I think he walked out of there with like 500 foul balls. Too,
Right,
didn't he?
literally.
Yeah.
Literally. That little fuck. But I don't know, man. I was trying to get an interview with the guy. I was trying to man on the street with my recorder there, and I asked him for an interview, and he's like, no, I gave some guy an interview back in 91 for the Metroland, and I'll never give an interview ever again. But I did feel blessed that I got to speak to
Metroland's
the
not
guy.
even around anymore, right?
It's not. Maybe I should have
think it
used
is.
that.
Jeez, R.I.P. Metroland.
You should recognize that we are the premier publication in the capital region.
Well, we don't write. We just speak.
Well, we will be. Radar Sports Talk.
Are you calling a shot right now?
Are you making me right?
I'm not making anybody right, but I've just, have high expectations for us, for our future.
Hey, I'll tumble for you.
Well, I mean, I am a writer. That's kind of how I got here. To be honest, I write for a couple newspapers. I'm the sports editor of another, but I don't want to write more
You
than
could be
I
my
have to.
ghostwriter. You could
you'll
write
be
your
all right.
article and my article.
Think you'll
and
be
I'll
all
put
right.
my name
Let's
on
I'll
it.
write the forward to your autobiography, John,
All right, yeah, definitely sounds good to me.
and the epilogue.
You want to get started on it right now? Let's kind of segue over to a story that you guys heard for the first time while we were there. I've got this friend that works at the Valley Cats games. She used to be a softball player that I covered at Hudson Valley when I was the sports editor of the Hudsonian. Her name is Shannon. I'm not going to tell you her last name because I don't want her to blow up all of a sudden on Twitter. I don't want the internet to explode with everybody friend requesting her and this and that. But you guys met Shannon. What do you guys think of Shannon?
Shannon was cool.
I think that she pours out a mean Molson Canadian.
I'm pretty sure it was Labatt, but
I know it was Canadian.
it was some type of Canadian beer. But funny story
Delicious.
about Shannon is I built my career off of her tears.
What?
And that is a true story.
Are you some kind of monster?
No.
Elaborate, John.
Well, let me give you a little backdrop here. I had an April Fool's edition of the Hudsonian, the Hudson Valley student-run newspaper, and year prior, the softball team got third in the nation. That was the best they've ever done. They were smoking everybody, literally. They're beating teams like fucking 20-0. So I came out and I said, in my article, I said the softball team decided to retire and never play another game ever again because they wanted to get known. They wanted to be best known for having gotten third in the nation, and that was going to be the last season ever. They want to go out on top like John Elway in the ultimate drop-the-mic moment.
Okay.
So I cited fake players and fake coaches and anonymous sources and this and that. It was a well-written article, and
You wrote it, I believe it was.
it was definitely a well-written article. So Shannon reads my article, and she doesn't know it's the April Fool's edition of the Hudsonian. So she firmly believes that she's never playing
awesome.
another collegiate softball game ever again. So she goes to the athletic department.
Instant tears.
Instant tears. She goes to the athletic director's office with my article in hand, sobbing, her and like two other players. And the AD had to basically tell, hey, this is a satirical article. I don't know why you're crying, more or less. And I had my recorder, and I tried to get Shannon for an interview and refute what I'm telling you right now, but
Defend her honor.
but she declined. I mean, what are you going to do?
John, did you ever think it was going to get to that level, that sort of article, where it was really going to scare them?
No, not at all, but it surpassed my expectations in terms of outreach, per se.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's one of the funniest stories
I think
ever.
the story's fucking awesome.
I wrote a story that made a softball team cry and think that their season was over. Not only their season, but their careers were over. And
Years from now, when you look back after multiple autobiographies and Pulitzer Prizes, you'll know that it all started with one girl's tears.
multiple tears.
Multiple tears.
Multiple girls' tears.
Multiple girl tears. What's better than that?
Nothing. I can only I think I peaked in community college, to be honest.
Can't say that.
That was the apex of my sport.
Begun to peak.
That was the apex of my media career. If you move somebody to tears with your article, where do you go from there? That's the top of a fucking mountain, guys.
You might as well write for the New York Times at this point.
I think I might as well retire. I might as well go out on top like John Elway.
Well, it's too late for that now.
It's too late.
April Fools.
Right.
It's like fucking August.
But I don't know. I'm trying to schedule an interview with Shannon to refute this. But I think by the time the next podcast comes out, it'll already be old news. It'll already be old fake news, and people won't even give a shit.
We'll see what happens.
So
Tomorrow's another day.
Shannon, I gave you a shot to give an interview, but you reluctantly declined, and now you're getting buried for it.
Would have been great content.
Would have been great content.
Oh, wow.
So while we were at the Valley Cats games, we kind of noticed, maybe not the game itself, but when players walk up to get their at-bats, they had some pretty sick-ass walk-up songs. And that kind of got us thinking, what would our songs be?
Interesting.
Now leading off, the shortstop, number 3, John Longton III.
Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going.
Just want to say, guys, if you want a base knock, you want a home run, if you want a triple, you want to make a play, you got to listen to your heart.
I mean, that sounded a lot like a strikeout to me.
It sounded like there were maybe hundreds upon thousands of 14-year-old girls in the stands crying as you hit the plate, because that is teen heartthrob music, sir.
I mean, your body might be standing at the plate, but it sounds like your mind and your heart is elsewhere.
Yeah, it's getting a fucking base hit, obviously. Duh.
I think you and Harry Styles are about to put down the hottest track of the summer.
Only bases that you're rounding are some 18-year-old girls up in the stands.
All right, who's next?
Batting second, number 18, the third baseman, Max Niemeyer.
I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you.
Looks like you're going to be tumbling out there, huh, Max?
Oh, I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you, all right. I'm going to fucking stroll right up to the plate and crack one out of the park, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You need a guy that's going to put his body on the line for the team.
That's it.
That song right there just tells me that when you're going in for home, you're going to plow the fucking catcher right over.
I'm going to plow that fucking catcher, all right.
Even if it was still legal, you would do it.
They should make an exception for Max. He'll tumble for you.
He'll tumble for you.
I will tumble.
All right, Max and I are now on base. Come on, Druck, bring us home. And now cleaning up your center fielder, number 69, Eric Three-Finger Druckman.
Now you're a man, now you're a man, a man. You are now a man, you're a man. Now you're a man.
If that song doesn't directly lead to a 400 batting average, I don't know what walk-up song would.
Yeah, I'm rethinking everything. I mean, you're out there finger banging floozies, and I'm fucking tumbling over bases. He's clearly hitting grand slams. That's a grand slam.
You could not be more clear. I mean, there's not another song that encapsulates who I am, mind, body, and soul. Every morning before I go to work, I listen to it just to remind myself who the fuck I am.
I'm buying in. You're a man.
I am a man.
I can see Druckman brushing his teeth, listening to the song, and
It's my daily affirmation.
You know what? I'm just super jealous. I wish I'd picked your walk-up song, to be honest. Can they just play that song 3 times in a row when we play?
I mean, that song, you have to have your beard to even walk up to that song.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. People can't see my burly beard right now, but definitely fits the profile of
I feel
this
like your beard
beautiful
itself
song.
sings this song.
Druck makes up for the fact that I can't even grow a beard, to be honest. So that's kind of why he's on board right now.
John does have an impressive little peach fuzz right above his lip.
Whoa.
I remember being a boy of 14.
Remember, this is only rated R.
This is rated R. Yeah.
All right.
When I was a 14-year-old boy, I had a mustache just like John.
That's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
Super. All right, enough of that baseball talk. I don't know if anybody saw this, but the NBA schedule has just been officially released this past week. Max has a few games circled on his schedule.
Absolutely.
And we're kind of excited. Max, what do you got for us, man?
Well, Drunk, you are the 76ers
Unfortunately.
fan in the house here, yeah. Saturday, November 18th, 76ers versus the Warriors.
You know, I was actually
In
looking
Philly.
to go to a Sixers game around that time. Boys, be interested in going?
Are you
to a
saying
little
November
Sixers?
18th?
November 18th, Saturday.
This might sound a little weird, but I have to check in with my parents.
I mean, yeah, that sounds a little weird.
Only because my 30th birthday is that week, and I don't want them to plan a 30th birthday party where I skip town and go to a fucking Sixers game instead.
Oh, boy.
So let them know, hey, that's Saturday for my 30th birthday. We're gonna go fucking see the champs.
The future champs, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on the whole,
All right,
this whole process.
here's the
thing.
only downside. So that Thursday, November 16th, in Boston, the Warriors are there as well. So you're going to see that championship caliber team in Philly just 2 nights later.
All right, so it's going to be the Boston Celtics, which is the number 2 team in the East, facing the...
Possibly the number 1.
Possibly number one. We'll see what happens with
Possibly
Kyrie.
the number 1. I'd say the number 2 team in the East is about equivalent to the number 7 team in the West.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's a fair statement.
I would personally like to see the Boston Cavs game, which is coming up in January. It is a Wednesday night.
Is that in Boston?
That is in Boston.
Max, why don't you explain your allegiance to NBA teams?
I think he's already went there before,
Yeah, I mean,
but we
I
can
already went
retouch.
through it. I'm currently a LeBron James fan, so I would have a Cavs cap on.
You're a LeBron follower.
I am a LeBron follower. I followed him to Miami. I was a Miami fan, I guess, for a little bit there, and proud to be back in Cleveland for the time being. I'm not going to follow him to LA though. I don't think I can. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I might become a Thunder
If that
fan.
does happen, I just can't get the image of Lonzo Ball and LeBron James being all
No.
buddy-buddy with each other.
I don't think I can ever
Really
be
disgusting. Two
Yeah.
big ballers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an East Coast. I think it's always got to be an East Coast team. I think, but I don't know. I could see myself rooting for the Thunder.
Why don't you just jump on with the Knicks, man? I kind of did the same thing.
I might do that,
a couple
to be
years
honest.
ago. I was a big Kobe guy, and I was a huge Lakers fan, but it's hard to root for a West Coast team. Not only the fact that they're so far away, but their games are on so late. I mean, just think of this. If you sign up to be a Knicks fan, you have every game on MSG.
Can I just
Oh, yeah.
play devil's advocate here? It seems like when you sign up to be a Knicks fan, you're signing up for eternal anger or
Disappointment.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I
yes,
can see that.
There's kind of a brotherhood there, though. You got Spike Lee with you. You got, all these other guys that share the same pain that you share. I don't know.
You want to share pain
Phil
with
Jackson
people?
out of there.
Or do you want to have hope for the future and become a Philadelphia 76ers?
He does this all the time. This fucking guy does this all the time. He's like a goddamn Mormon showing up at your doorstep preaching you.
Have you heard the word of Ben Simmons?
No. I mean, some nights it sounds good, some nights it doesn't. I don't know if I'm ready to devote my whole lifestyle to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can be like a partial Sixers. Fuck the Sixers. What am I talking about? I'm a Knicks fan. I fucking hate the Sixers.
I hate the Knicks.
Yeah. Later in the season, March 20th, we got another awesome matchup in Boston again. I don't have any Knicks games circled. How do you feel
Well,
about
I wouldn't
that?
either, to be honest. What's your next game?
It's March 20th. It is Boston versus OKC.
Okay.
That's
Are
a
these?
fun one.
Let me ask you: are these games that are in our area that we have an option to go to? Is that why
these
you
are all
circled these
the ones
games?
that I've mentioned here are all Boston or Philly.
Yeah. All right. Now that makes sense. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm thinking you're picking national spots here.
Yeah, no, let's just fucking fly out to Golden
Oh.
State and go watch the Warriors.
I would love to do that.
I'll
If
tell
we're
you
gonna
what.
do that, I'd say we go watch a fucking Warriors Rockets game or
Let me do this. I'm gonna pitch a sponsor right now. If you fly us out to Golden State to watch a game,
Yeah, the city of Golden State.
the city of Golden State, we will wear a T-shirt with your logo printed on it. and we'll take a picture and they'll post it on a Facebook status.
That's a deal.
That sounds pretty fair, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any company, well, not any company, not like ISIS or anything like that,
Yeah.
but
Did ISIS just make it to the podcast?
don't they make every podcast?
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. What are you
So
gonna
we're
do?
gonna
Shouldn't
have
be giving them the
We're gonna have
sponsorship, guys.
sponsors on our shirt with like Odell haircuts.
Yeah.
Are we still on that?
This is all going to happen at the same time.
Collide.
Well, we're not talking till the winter/spring anyway, so we have some time
Absolutely.
to either save up our own money.
Better to go see, later in the season game anyways. You don't want to go early on when it doesn't fucking matter.
I would love to go to the
Lighting.
Staples Center and see a game.
You want to go to the Staples
Whether
Center?
Yeah.
I'd go to the Staples Center. Actually,
I mean, we have options there too. We could either see the Lakers or we'll see the Lakers. I can't stand the Clippers personally.
why?
It's hard to say.
Why don't you like the Clippers? What's the matter with the Clippers?
They just a lot of things about the Clippers that I don't like stems from the former owner.
Wait,
and
they
also
dunk over like
Sterling
hoods?
or Sterling?
Yeah,
whatever the fuck his name is?
Sterling, and I just didn't. I
He's
don't. I'm not a
fucking gone.
He's gone.
He's
Ben
gone.
gone.
Oh, I know.
Lifetime
But
ban,
Now it's that
right?
IBM nerd that fucking owns the team.
that made me dislike them,
Yeah,
and then I
the
started
Microsoft
to
guy,
dislike
Yeah.
Blake Griffin more
They-
and more. I think he's very
Really?
overrated.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. He
I
gave
think
it
so.
a little.
I like Chris
spark.
Paul. I'm glad Chris Paul got out and he's playing for the Rockets because they actually have a great future.
I was going
Oh.
to say the Clippers organization as a whole kind of whitewashed their servers and brought in the IBM guy in terms of public transparency.
Yes,
wow.
that guy is very
Wow, that was
energetic.
deep.
Thank you.
That was very deep.
Crazy.
I appreciate that. That's why we actually get paid the big bucks here at Radio Sports Talk.
That's it. Hey, did you guys get that check?
I still haven't written a check to either of
Oh,
you guys. I'm taking in all the royalties right now. Okay, so one thing I like to do when the NBA schedule comes out is I like to go right to December 25th and look at the Christmas Day games. Usually every year, the NBA and David Stern or Andrew, what's this guy's name? Andrew Silver?
Adam Silver.
Adam
Adam
Silver.
Silver.
Whatever.
Fuck him.
Sometimes they'll come out and they'll give us Christmas
What has
gifts.
he done?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck him.
I know he looks weird.
He looks like
weird
an
as shit.
alien.
He does look
He
like an
looks
alien.
like a fucking
He
alien.
does.
Looks like if an alien was a fucking librarian.
An alien librarian. That is a rap name if I've ever heard of one.
Alien
The
librarian.
alien.
Greeting, Earthlings.
Yeah, is
We
that
have now
Silver?
taken over your radio.
Oh shit, is that Lil Wayne in the studio?
Hit 'em high. All right, so anyway, Christmas Day. Guess what, guys? We have a Christmas present for the third year
Santa
in a row.
came early.
It is Warriors Cavs. That's at 3 p.m. That is the middle of the schedule game. The first game
Always
of the
delivers.
day that we're opening our presents to are the 76ers and the Knicks. Justin,
What? Are you serious? On Christmas Day?
Christmas Day. We get to...
The Sixers got a game on Christmas Day.
Is this news to you?
This is news to me.
You didn't prep for the show at all.
They, I didn't know we. First of all, sir, I
We're
didn't know we were going
professionals.
to talk about Christmas Day basketball. Secondly, I don't think the Sixers have been on a Christmas Day since maybe the Reagan administration.
Well, it seems that the NBA has now trust in the process, and they'll throw you a bone. They're going to give you a win on Christmas Day, and you get to play the bum-ass fucking Knicks.
let me tell you this. I think the only person that's close to the jolliness and cheeriness of Santa himself is Mr. Joel Embiid. So I'm very, very happy to welcome him into my home on December 25th.
All right, so that's the noon game. The next game is the Wizards at the Celtics. This was the Eastern Conference
That's gonna be a
semis last
fucking
year.
good one.
Very
This was
excited
the
about
consolation who gets to lose to the Cavs series, more or less. I don't know if you guys remember, but this series went 7 games, and on the year last year, I'm saying in between the playoffs and the regular season, the home team in this series was 10-0 on
Yeah.
the whole year.
I do remember
So
that.
I mean, it's kind of lining up for a Celtics game where John Wall's going to miss a shot late, and then you're going to get Thomas going up there and.
The Celtics are coming in hot, man. Are you telling me that the Cavs are guaranteed again? They're going to be the East Conference champions?
Well, it depends what happens with Kyrie. I think it all falls in lines with Kyrie.
There's already
It does
animosity
follow Kyrie.
in the building. Yeah, I mean, I
I think they really need to get enough pieces for Kyrie.
I think they drop it this year, and LeBron moves on.
I still think they make it to the finals. They're just going to get wiped up with fucking the Warriors again, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. All right, so next game is the Timberwolves and the Lakers. These are two young teams.
Ooh,
I'm actually
I love it.
really excited for that.
I'm
for
very
the
excited
Wolves.
for the Timberwolves, everything that they've done in the offseason, getting Jimmy Butler, making that big trade
Yup.
with the Bulls. And I think they're really set to make a splash, maybe get that 8 seed. And I think I wouldn't say that's their ceiling. Maybe a 6 seed is their ceiling, but I'm very excited about that team. Andrew Wiggins has improved every year. He needs to get a little bit better with his defense. Karl Anthony Towns,
Beast.
unbelievable. What
Yeah.
a great
He's another
shooter for
man
someone
amongst
that's
boys out there.
6'11".
Yeah.
This kid is a baller.
Am I the only one in the room that confuses the Timberwolves with the Bucks every 2 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that.
I don't know why, but it's just implanted in my head that one team's the other and the other's. It's just I switch them back and forth. I don't know who's on which roster.
That happens to me a lot too, but I feel like both of those teams have really been building their own identity in the last few years.
One of my roommates used to be a Bucks fan, and dude, the Bucks are hard not to like kind of root for, man. They're awesome.
Well, they got the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yup.
That
Yup.
guy is very, very good. He's actually made a prediction that he's going to be MVP this year.
I believe it.
Plus, not to
I-
mention,
you know what?
they have some of the
And
best
they're-
jerseys
I'll
in the
say
league.
Yeah.
They do have some fantastic jerseys. Going back to what Antetokounmpo said, though, a lot of people were giving him hate because he said he was going to be MVP this year, but that's the attitude I want to see from a young player.
All right, next game is the Christmas present to us all. It is the finals preview between the Cavs and the Warriors. I think the Warriors are going to smoke fucking Cavs. What do you mean about that?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a fair preview to me. I think
I
it's just
hate
going to be more of the same from last year. Wish I was a
Is
little
anybody
bit more
excited
positive.
to watch that though? I mean, like that's fucking boring. That
I
type
don't-
of shit to me is killing the league.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that when Kevin Durant signed with the Warriors, it just like destroyed the
Oh, yeah.
competitive nature of the West.
Absolutely.
Like all those bottom teams below the Warriors, yeah, they're fighting tooth and nail to get to that spot, but they're only getting to that spot to get knocked out by the Warriors. And it's very unfortunate.
That's the rich keep getting richer. I hear next year they're going to make a run at Paul George.
I heard that too.
That is so greedy, and man, that bothers me so much. Because
What are you gonna
the
do,
Warriors
though?
were just such a team that you rooted for like a couple years ago. Now they're becoming like the Patriots of basketball.
Yeah, but you know what? They're balancing it out though, because they used to be the shittiest fucking team in the league for a solid 10 years in a row.
Yeah, but now they're
They
like
were.
one of the possibly strongest teams ever.
Yeah.
Do you think
And
Jerry
it's-
West
what
in
do you-
that front office has a lot to do with it too?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Bang on the front office, tell them not to do their jobs? They're trying to go out there and do the best job possible.
I mean, this brings us back to what we were talking about with the Red Sox and Yankees. I mean, like, when the rivalries exist, when the league is strong, that's the best for the sport.
Yeah.
And here's
And-
another thing too. Can you imagine the chip on Russell Westbrook's shoulder if Paul George was to go to the Warriors? He'd be dumped by two superstar
He is one of the
shooting guards.
best players to watch.
He is.
I gotta see. I
think he's my favorite player to watch.
Oh yeah. Yep. I
by
gotta see him play
far.
this year.
So athletic, all over the place, can do it all.
Yeah.
Well, it all depends how he plays with
Triple
Paul George.
doubles. The triple doubles were ridiculous last
Yeah, triple
year.
doubles. That's kind of selfish, to be honest.
I don't think it was selfish because there wasn't enough people on his team that could get the job
People
done.
on his team were boxing out for him to come in off the wing to get a fucking rebound. All right, they weren't playing to win games. They were playing to give him fucking
You know, a
triple
lot
doubles.
of people get on him for that type of shit, but I've always, like, I watch the game. I see him passing the ball, they miss the shot. He passes
Yeah.
the ball, they miss the shot. Next time he comes it up, he fucking drives the fucking basket. You know what I mean? Or he takes the shot. Like, I feel like he tries to get it going with other people. When it doesn't, he puts it on himself. Like,
And
isn't that
last
what you
time
want
I
out of a
checked
point
too,
guard?
the guy that they got to be the other shooter on the team, Victor Oladipo, he couldn't shoot for shit.
Yeah, what happened to him? He could shoot,
He's back in Indiana, so
and then he
they're gonna
goes there
drop.
and he fucking sucks.
Yeah, oh well, he played for Indiana in college, so I think that was, from a business standpoint, that was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Well, it was a trade, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a trade, but I'm sure.
All right, last game I have for you guys, which I'm actually more intrigued about this game than I am about any other game. It is the Rockets at the Thunder.
Ooh, wow, that's a great matchup.
That's a good one.
That is on at 8 p.m. That's on around dessert time where we're just waking up from our naps and
Oh,
getting some
fucking
fucking more
shit-faced.
pie to shove down our fucking
peppermint
throats.
schnapps.
Beautiful timing.
So, I think that's the one game that I have circled on my calendar because I'm so interested to see, first off, if the Rockets might have Carmelo Anthony. That'd be kind of cool as well.
Over the top.
You guys are getting shit-faced on Christmas.
Don't you? Well, on red wine, because you got to be classy
Okay, yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Why would-
So is Melo going there or what?
I hope so. I hear Portland's going to make a run at him.
I think he's going to go to Portland too.
I would like that. I like
I
Portland.
just don't. I don't know if the Rockets have enough assets to get Carmelo, unless he's willing to take less money to play with Chris Paul. I mean, they just got Chris Paul, so
Lillard is another awesome guy to watch.
they are. You know, I think that they would actually, the Trailblazers would have the best backcourt in basketball, or at least top
I really
three.
liked their team.
If
2 years
they-
ago before they made that fucking trade and got rid of big man
LaMarcus
there?
Aldridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But McCollum's great. Lillard
He went to the
is
Spurs,
awesome.
didn't he? Aldridge?
Aldridge did, yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the
Aldridge
Spurs.
is on the
This
Spurs.
is his
Spurs,
third or
man.
fourth
Won't
season.
they just
Spurs
go
third.
away?
I love the Spurs.
Oh,
you know,
I hate
Spurs are one of those teams where like you're like, oh my god, they're in the finals again, they're in the playoffs again. But then after a while, you're just like, god damn, what a hell of an organization.
Yeah, I mean, you got to respect them, but at the same time, fuck them.
All right, so that's basically Christmas. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm
You guys
ready
are looking
now.
forward to it. And that's our NBA segment for the show, guys.
Woo, 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 woo.
And I think we're going to just wrap it up there, guys. Show 3 in the books. How you guys feeling over there?
Episode 3. Feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling great.
That's it?
All right, we fucking killed it, man. What
I
do you
feel
want?
tired, but I feel awesome.
Why are you tired?
It's late at night. You know, we had to tuck her down and do our show
What time is
a
it?
little bit later than usual. It is 12:18 in the
It
a.m.
is currently 12:18. It's Friday.
Is it Friday?
It's officially Friday.
Let's go hit up a bar.
All right,
I got to go to
fine.
work in like 4 hours.
I just heard that you were pulling an all-nighter. You were just saying that while the mics were off.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
You said forget
but-
sleep, da-da-da-da, this and that.
You know,
Yeah.
we should go to a bar in the spirit of Ric Flair, right?
For sure.
Absolutely. Learn to love it. Diamonds are forever. And so is Ric Flair. Woo!
All right, guys, for Maximilian Niemeyer, Eric Druckman, I'm John Longton. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you'll hear us in the future, and hopefully you subscribe to this podcast.
Catch you next time, motherfuckers.
See ya, assholes.